The intersection of corporate wealth and political activism presents us with a fascinating study in American power dynamics. Consider the recent controversy surrounding Christy Walton's No Kings advertisement, a remarkable instance where inherited fortune collides with contentious political expression in our increasingly polarized society. What we're witnessing is nothing short of extraordinary. A Walmart heiress with a $19.3 billion fortune has funded full-page advertisements in major newspapers calling for nationwide protests against perceived authoritarianism, deliberately timed to coincide with both Flag Day and President Trump's 79th birthday. The symbolism could hardly be more pointed, could it? The advertisement itself employs a rather clever rhetorical strategy. By declaring the honor, dignity, and integrity of our country are not for sale, without explicitly naming Trump, Walton engages in what rhetoricians might call paralipsis, drawing attention to something by claiming not to mention it. The message resonates clearly with those already concerned about executive overreach while maintaining plausible deniability against accusations of direct attack. Let us pause to appreciate the irony. Here stands a billionaire heiress to one of America's largest retail fortunes, a beneficiary of the very capitalist system that has drawn criticism from progressives, now funding progressive political action. Such is the complex tapestry of American political alliances in 2025. The corporate response from Walmart proves equally fascinating. Their immediate distancing maneuver, the advertisement from Christy Walton is in no way connected to or endorsed by Walmart, reveals the precarious position major corporations occupy in our polarized landscape. They cannot afford to alienate consumers across the political spectrum, particularly when facing calls for boycotts from the MAGA movement. These boycott campaigns have become ubiquitous in our political discourse, haven't they? From Bud Light to Target to Nike, and now potentially Walmart, consumer spending has transformed into a form of political expression. The weaponization of purchasing power represents democracy operating through market mechanisms rather than solely through ballots. Note the careful language employed by all parties. Walton's spokesperson emphasizes peaceful engagement and civic participation. The White House counters with references to mandate and executive power. Walmart condemns violence while emphasizing safety. Each statement carefully constructed to appeal to particular constituencies while avoiding further inflammation of tensions. What's particularly striking is the parallel narrative unfolding against the backdrop of immigration raids and subsequent unrest in Los Angeles. The juxtaposition of planned peaceful protests against what some call authoritarianism, alongside actual civil disturbances following immigration enforcement actions, creates a potent societal tension. The president's statement that protesters will be met with a very big force further heightens this tension. When the commander-in-chief employs such language, it inevitably raises questions about the boundaries between maintaining public order and suppressing dissent, a delicate balance in any democracy. Perhaps most revealing is how this controversy exposes the complex relationship between enormous wealth and political influence in America. Christy Walton inherited her fortune after her husband's death in 2005. Yet that inherited wealth now translates directly into political messaging power at the national level. One full-page advertisement in the New York Times, a drop in the financial ocean for someone worth $19.3 billion, can trigger nationwide conversations, protests, and counter-protests. When we step back and examine this incident in its entirety, we're confronted with essential questions about our democracy. How do we balance the right to protest with concerns about public safety? What responsibilities do wealthy individuals bear when wielding their financial power in the political arena? And perhaps most importantly, what does it mean for our republic when political expression increasingly manifests through consumer boycotts and counter-boycotts? If we truly wish to maintain a functioning democracy, mustn't we eventually transcend this cycle of polarization and find common ground beyond the battlefield of corporate boycotts and billionaire-funded protest movements?